Hey everyone, it's Legend. I just wanted to do a quick video. I'm kind of excited about this Yieldmax ETF positions that I have, and kind of want to go over how I'm doing this, how I'm using my dividends to increase the number of shares in each one that I have, and kind of how I am using that to create and build a bigger portfolio without actually having to put more of my capital into the plays. This will be on the Yieldmax ETFs. Again, I am not in all of these, and I do still also have some of the Defiance and Round Hill as part of this. They do pay weekly, and Yieldmax pays monthly, but they do have a schedule set up, and that schedule, as you can see here, they have them broke up into groups, and each group has looks like 8 ETFs in each one. So they pay out monthly, but in that month they pay week 1, or group A will pay, and then week 2 group B will pay, week 3 group C will pay, and then week 4 group D will pay, and then it starts all back over. So the way they've got it set up is if you had a stock in each one of these, you could potentially earn a dividend each week as one of these groups would be paying out for that week. So it's kind of a neat little setup that they've done. I kind of like that, but I also are in the ones with Defiance and Round Hill, and they pay weekly every week. Kind of like the YMAX and the YMAG, as you can see up here at the top. These are the payouts for the YMAX and YMAG. That's the schedule for them. They pay weekly, and they're with Yieldmax, and I have the YMAX in my portfolio. I do not have the YMAG. So let's just check out kind of what I'm doing on my sheet and try to explain how I'm handling that. So here we're looking at the high yield or strategy portfolio. This is a Google sheet that I've put together and created myself. I have the tickers that I own listed out here, which week they pay out, and the amount that I've earned for each, right along with the amount that I've reinvested into each one. So let's scroll down here, and we can see that today being November 9th, so we are right here. This is week 2. So of course we've got tomorrow being Sunday, and then Monday we'll start a new week. My weeklies, of course, are IWMY, QDTE, QQQY, WDTE, and YMAX. Those are my weeklies. These I get paid every single week a dividend. The monthly that I'll be paid out this coming week will be AMDY, which is out of Group C, which here I'm showing 3 because the third letter being C. Okay, so that one will pay out this coming week. So let's go back starting from last week, which is this current week that we just got paid out. That is Group B, and Group B paid out for NVDY and PLTY. Both of those paid out dividends this past week. I also have weeklies that pay every week, and that's IWMY, QDTE, QQQY, WDTE, and YMAX. I do not actually record the amount until it shows up into my account, and it will show up either Monday or Tuesday, and at that point I'll enter in the values that I've actually earned for this past week here. This is the amount that I'm actually invested back into each one of these, and I buy back into it on the X date, and the X date is on Thursdays. Thursdays is when the X date hits. That is when they will take out the amount of the dividend out of the stock. So my thought there is that that would be a low price to buy into these stocks. Since the dividends being taken out at that point, then I'm going to go ahead and buy my shares at that point and hopefully get a little bit lower price. This dollar amount here goes into each one of these, and where that came from is if I scroll back up here for the week before, it came from this part right here. So the monthly dividend that I earn, I use to fund each one of my weeklies. So that amount that I have earned for my monthly here is the total, and it's a little bit of carryover from the week before, but it's a total of 1,800 here, and then that gets divided out among the number of weeklies I have. So therefore, roughly $375 goes back into each one of these. So I figure out how many shares I can get out of that amount for this stock ticker at the current price that it's at. So in this case, I ended up getting 11 shares. The price that I got it at was at the $33.81. So it equaled $371.91, which is less than the $375. So I cannot go over the amount that I have allotted for that stock. So I try to buy as many shares as I can without going over. So I'm left with the $3.53, and then that gets added back into the amount. So it's just a carryover. In order to really understand where each number is coming from, we would have to start from the very beginning. But I've been doing this here for a few weeks now. So just to try to keep it somewhat simple, I was just going to say that my monthly dividends here, whatever dividend I make for that, I use to buy more shares of my weekly payout dividends, ETFs. So, and then what I make for my weekly ETF dividend, I use to buy more on the monthly ETF dividend. So, I basically use my weekly money dividend to buy more monthly dividends stocks, and I use my monthly dividend in order to buy more of the weekly ETFs so that I can increase the number of shares and everything. One funds the other and the other funds the other. So it kind of just flops the money back and forth, but it's increasing the number of shares, the dividends that are being used to up the number of shares. And so, you know, it's going up and it's increasing, and I don't have to put more of my money back into it. That's kind of the idea here. Kind of wanted to show you my sheet here. It is a little confusing to try to explain. It is new as well to me, but I'm trying to find better ways of tracking what I'm putting into each one and how much and when to do it. So as I stated earlier, once I get paid out on these stocks for this week, which will be IWMY, QDTE, QQQY, WDTE, YMAX, NVDY, and PLTY. I got paid a dividend on all those. I've already been notified of the amount for each. I just do not enter the number until it shows up in my portfolio, which, like I said, will be Monday or Tuesday at the latest. So once I get that, I'll populate this, and it's going to change all these numbers and the values, and then it will also populate what's needed to be put back into the next week's ETFs for my weekly along with my month, because all of these plus the AMDY for next week will be going X on Thursday. So I will be purchasing additional shares at that time in hopes to get a cheaper price. But it's working out so far. I'm enjoying it, and my shares are increasing, therefore my dividends are increasing, so I'm happy with that. Again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you get into any stock plays. Until next time, legend out.